Good morning. Welcome to the Stamper Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. How are you doing today? It's Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yes, it's Saturday. Yesterday we kept saying, it feels like Saturday. Oh, but tomorrow's Saturday. Anyway, happy to, hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and a good time with family and friends. What's on deck for this weekend? What's on deck for this weekend? We are just kind of doing house projects and things around here. And of course, pickleball, that's a given, right? Anyway, today I want to show you a really fun
Hey, Mary Jo.
Pop-up card using the Country Birdhouse. And then on Monday, I'm going to show you a different pop-up card. So just to give you a little teaser on that. But we're going to go ahead and use the Country Birdhouse. I'm going to show you the stamp set and then show you the paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it. So first, I got stuck to something. Well, that happens, right? Adhesive on the back. Country Birdhouse. It's in our annual catalog. And it's got, obviously, it's got these fun stamps. I love the font here. Hoping you have the best day ever. And of course, I love Hello Friend because it could be for anything. Happy birthday. This little thing, I was like, what is that? I'm like, oh, that's the chain to hang the birdhouse if you want. There's also wood if you want to put wood in anywhere on it. We've got some flowers that you can stamp. We've got some fun little specks or splatters, and of course the bird. So there's some cute decorations. These could fit right in here. Super, super cute. And then the dies also coordinate with lots of things. And there's lots of bonus dies, of course. Always bonus dies. So let me show you the Designer Series paper. And this is called, I believe it's just called Country Woods is the Designer Series paper. So it's very fun because it's woody. It's got the wood here, wood grain, more wood grain. And we've got Misty Moonlight. This one I think is kind of fun with all the colors. This is a Pool Party with the more wood. It's just so versatile, I feel like.
The one with the plank sort of looks like our backdrop at the refuge.
Oh, yeah, it kind of does. More wood. I had combined 2 packs together, but you get 2 sheets of each. So I was just looking for another one that is different.
Hey, Sandy.
So lots of wood. That's the main thing. Lots of wood and wood planks. So let me just set that aside and we'll go ahead and get started. I think you're going to be wowed. Well, I hope so. I shouldn't say that, right? I'm going to start with just our basic crumb cake, and it is our standard 4 1/4 inches by 11. So we're just going to start here and give that a good score. Here it is. Give that a good burnish, fold it on the score line. I scored it at just half, which is 5 1/2. So, okay, that's our starter. Now we're going to set that aside. All right.
Morning, Joanne.
So what we're going to do, I think I did not cut the birdhouse. That's okay. The one thing I was thinking I had cut and I did not.
Do you need something?
I might need, let's just see. Yes, I think I need, nope, it fits. Okay. Just looking to see if this fits in our
Mini Boss.
Mini Boss, that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and use this blue Pool Party plank. I have more, so if that doesn't fit, that's okay. Here we go. No need to scrimp, right? I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of them. And I think I want my planks going this way. So I can cut 2 at the same time. So I don't have too much other paper under there. So I'm actually going to cut it all the way. Thinking. Okay. Yes. Thinking. All right. So I'm going to take a piece of my Designer Series paper and fold it in half, because when I die cut this out, that's why I didn't die cut it, because I want to show you. This, I don't want this part to cut. I want to keep the fold. And so what I'm going to do is push that right. I can feel there's a little ridge there that stops it. So I'm going to push it right up to there and then stop when I die cut it. So as you may know, these are numbered 1, 2, and 2. Who said 1, 2, 3? It's 1, 2, and 2 because these are interchangeable. And whoops, my paper
Make a sandwich between the 2s.
Yeah. They make a, oh, that's why. So sorry, friends. Let me back up a second. I knew I had cut it. So let me back up a second. So here is that's what's happening. here is the paper I'm going to use, the designer series paper I'm going to use. And this one is 9 inches. There we go. 9 inches. I wrote it down right here for you. 9 inches by 3.5. 9 inches by 3.5. And then you score it at 4 inches, 4.5, and 5.5, and 5. 4, 4.5, and 5. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And then we are going to go ahead and fold this. I knew I had cut it. I was just looking for the wrong
Move
thing.
your measurement just a little bit. There we go.
I was looking for the actual birdhouse. And I'll show you what I'm going to make here in just a moment. We're going to make this into, on my score line there.
Hold it like an M.
Actually, I'm going to make it look like a W, Dave.
W.
But yes, same thing, right? Upside down, same. So I'm making it look like a W. There we go. Now I'm back on track. And I'm going to take my birdhouse, except that I want my blue on the outside. So I'm going to just switch that and make my W the other way. So we'll make our W this way because I want that pool party on the outside. All right. So I'm going to stick that there and go ahead, like I said. So I don't want to cut the whole thing. I just want to go up to that. I can feel the little ridge and I'm going to stop there. So I want to keep the fold. So
maybe some washi tape to hold it in place.
You think?
I think.
I don't know. Dave
Because it
thinks,
needs to be specific.
Dave thinks washi tape, but it's right here.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Nothing.
What? I heard that. Oh my gosh. They heard it too. Hi, friends. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you also.
Hey, Tina.
It's nice to have a big break from school. There we go. All right. Feel better?
I do.
All right, great. I agree because I don't want to cut that bottom piece. So we're just going to, one more thing. So it's not running through. Here's why. You want to, this piece has to be further. You want to make what I call an E. If it's not running through, you make an E. Do you see this is longer, this is shorter? It can be any depth of E, it doesn't matter, but that'll help it grab it because this is thinner when it pulls together. And thanks to my washi tape, everything is still in place.
Exactly.
And there it goes, like magic. All right. There we are. Cut out my little birdhouse. All right. There is the birdhouse. Perfect. I'll set that aside. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Dave. That was a really good call. Okay. So now I have my birdhouse, but I did not cut the base. See that? Nice. So that is what I want to do because that is going to be in the center of my card. All right. Now we are going to cut this. I cut this at, I kind of did a little bit ahead of you, so ahead of time. I cut this, gosh, I can't see with that red. Let me go here. I cut this at 1.5, and then here it is right here. So it's 1 3/4. Never mind, 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. Now I just did 1 3/4 by the whole length, which is 12 inches. Okay, 1 3/4 by the whole length of the designer series paper, which is 12 inches. So I already made one out of this, and this is an extra piece. Then you score it, and I'll put this in the directions in the chat as well. You score it at 3/8 of an inch, 7/8 of an inch, and 1 3/8 of an inch. Because then I can fold it, and I can still make my little W. You see that?
Yep.
My little W. Then we're going to grab our tear and stick tape, and put it on the 2 edges. Okay? So sometimes I do things ahead of time. I feel like I just blow through them, and I don't want to do that. So now I'm going to cut it at my 2 1/4. Oh, did you notice how clean this was? Yeah, because I washed it. Amazing. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. First line here. Yes, it is 2 1/4. Sometimes I get confused on this one, the way the lines are, but 2 1/4. And I'm going to cut through the whole thing. There's one. This is the roof line. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. There we go. All right. And then you could save this one for another one, which is what I did with the last one, right? Okay. So there's our roof lines. We are going to go ahead and, where's my bird house? We're going to decorate the front. And if you look in the dies, you can see that there are several different roof lines here, different things you can use for the roof. So I know Dave says roof. I say roof. How many of you say roof or roof? I just don't say that. Roof. I think he's making fun of me. All right, so I have this piece is going to be my roof line right here. And then I have another little piece that I'm going to put underneath like this, just to decorate that a little bit. Now, one thing you can do that makes it a little bit easier to stick on is you can use our, help me out, adhesive sheets.
Yes.
You can move, and I purposely left this here to show you how I do adhesive sheets. But I don't want to take the whole thing and do a whole bunch of paper because I just want these little pieces. So the way you do an adhesive sheet is you peel off this piece. So now you see I did silver before, so that's sticky. And what I do is I just pull it down. They're in 2-inch pieces, and I stick on what I need. And then I cut this little piece, this piece off. So I don't do the whole thing. So I just did this down to what I need. I make sure there's no sticky showing because then it will stick to my machine. And then just go ahead and put the dies on it, and then I can cut them out. So I cut these out by mistake, thinking that's what I wanted, but then I decided those are too thin. And so then I could just cut these out, and they have the adhesive on the back. And I'll show you how that works. Just makes it a little bit easier. There it is. So, and then I can use my take your pick and just get this off of here like that. You don't have to. These pieces they're a good size that I wouldn't need to do that, but it does make it a bit easier. So I'm going to stick that right up on the roof line. I'm going to open it so I get just one roof, not 2 roofs. How about oranges? Do you say orange? How do you say it, Dave?
Orange.
Orange. Or do you say orange? That's the way my mom said it, orange. Orange or orange. So I missed a tiny bit of that roof line. I'm just going to trim it so that I don't. There you go. So we don't see that piece. Okay, cute. Then I'm going to add this other little rough line. And just get that out of there.
Yep. Mary Jo says the sticky back from the adhesive sheets helps so much for those little detail pieces.
Yeah, I agree. It just makes it easier, and then you don't tear the piece also that you're trying to use that you just die cut out. I'm going to flip the whole thing over so I can hold
or
both.
Get adhesive all over because the adhesive is bigger than the piece you're trying to adhere.
All right, I am getting that right up next to that other one. There we go. All right, so far so good. I see one little piece there I'm going to snip. Okay. Inside our birdhouse, or I should say here, I want a little hole. Now there is, when you stamp the birdhouse, let's get rid of my roof lines, there is this little die. When you stamp it, there is a circle there, so it kind of makes sense that you'd want to cut it out. So I'm going to go ahead and just die cut this little center where the birds can come in and out.
The little bird front door.
Yeah, little bird door. So, and you're noticing this is not exactly this is not the quick card. This is the one, it takes a little time. You might as well make a couple when you make them because it's going to take a little bit to make them, but it's totally worth it. All right, I think that's about where I want my bird. And I'm just going to cut that out. And I'm just going to come back because I don't have to go all the way through. And I have my little hole. You could save these if you want. These little, I don't know, you could use it as something else, I guess. Dave's like, no, don't save them. I won't show him the bag I have that I didn't bring over of those. But when it cuts it out, this little piece right here could be the little.
Not show. Oh, I see. It was in your palm. I couldn't even see it.
There it is.
There we go.
So it cuts out this little piece, which if you want, could be a little piece right there. Because on the stamp, there's a little, like where a post would be or something like that. I'm not going to use that piece.
The front step.
The front step. The comedy is never ending, friends, and I love it. Okay, so there's our little bird. I'm like, what are you doing? Did something fall? I'm going to go ahead and stamp a little bird. So let's get our little bird guy. And here he is. Let's stamp
How many times do you have to tickle an octopus?
What? Oh, no. Here come the jokes. Go ahead. What?
Tentacle.
I was going to say 8. Tentacle. Ha, 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 ha. So we're going to stamp our little bird.
Hi, Jenny.
We're going to die cut him out with our little die cut that fits perfectly. And then we're going to color him. And I colored him using Calypso Coral and Pool Party. Just to, I don't know, kind of match these colors. I thought
Can
he
you
was
lift him
kind of
up a little bit so we can
the
see?
bird.
Yep.
So I colored him in these colors. Not any fancy coloring. Just,
Nice.
yeah, added a little bit on the tail just to kind of bring that in a little bit. And then we are going to be able to tuck our little bird in here. Now, in order to do that, we need to cut off his legs. Ow! It's kind of frightening. We both have the same thought. And his tail. I guess I didn't need to color his tail because he's going to tuck in right here. Okay, so he's just going to stick out. Yep. Now, before I tuck him all the way in, I'm just going to give him a little curl. Oh, actually, I have one more thing to do before I stick him in there. One more thing. So I don't want, when I open up my card, I don't want that hole to be like open. So I die cut an espresso piece to stick behind it. Now I have my little guy that can fit in there and it doesn't look like he's floating or something. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this here. And I don't want this piece of the cardstock to overlap my fold. Okay, and if I leave it just like that, you can see it sticks up here, right there, just a tiny bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim that because I want to make it so the top is like perfectly fit and the bottom, it doesn't matter that I can't, doesn't matter. I don't want it to show. So I'm going to put some adhesive here, leaving a gap around the hole because that's where I'm going to tuck in the bird. So I got to make sure I don't put adhesive there or I won't be able to stick in my bird this side. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that right on the edge there. So it all fits perfectly. Probably be easier to look from this side. Nope, I'm good. Okay, and I'm just going to drop that down and there's my birdhouse. And then if anything shows, I can always just trim it, but we're good. Now remember, right here, I didn't put adhesive behind there, so I can tuck this guy in, and I'm actually going to pop a little dimensional behind him, because why not? He should pop up. He should be sticking out. I really want a little dimensional. I have some right here. I find I use the larger ones more than the smaller ones, but this is a case where the smaller one is just perfect. So I'm going to stick that there. Tuck his little body in here, which I know there's space because I did not adhere it. I just have to get in there. I had no trouble yesterday getting it in. Okay, so I know it's not glued, so I'm just going to see if I can like bend it a little bit to get it up because there is a space right there. There we go. All right, I'm going to tuck my little bird in there. There we go. That's what I wanted. He's just poking his head out, just like that. There, little bird poking his head out. Isn't that cute?
Very cute.
Let's bring it up so you can see it. I'm going to close my ink so I don't put my arm in my ink. Okay, so now we have our birdhouse. We have our card. We're ready to stick this inside here. Oh, we have one more piece we need to do. So you could stick it in like this, but what will happen is this, we don't have a roof here, right? That's our last piece. And that was that little piece that we cut. This little piece is the piece we cut for the roof line. So one thing I want to do is I want to take my dies and where'd my little roof line guy die go. Oh, here it is. I want to take my die because I have to kind of miter the top, right? I want this to be, yes. I have to miter the top. It's going to go this way because otherwise these aren't going to fit, right? They're going to overlap. So the way I'm going to do that is actually take my roof line here and just go ahead and give this a little snip right at the corner or at the peak, because then I know if I go all the way up to the top, now I know that that's the perfect fit for my roof. Okay, going to do the same thing on the other side. Should be the same on both sides, even though one's left, one's right, because I'm left-handed. I'm going to hold that there and give that a snip right up to the peak. And there. Now I have a perfectly mitered roof that will fit here. All right, so we're ready to put, sorry, I'm going to move that card out of the way again. We're ready to put the roof on. I just want to check one thing. So when we put it here, see how this overlaps on the bottom? Let me turn it to the other side so you can see. If you can see how this overlaps right here, I don't want that to overlap right there. So I'm just going to trim this off. Just going to cut a little angle there because now, check it again. I still got a little bit more. I'm going to give it a little deeper angle because I don't want that to show from the front. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut it to the same as the other one. There's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't have to be a perfect snip, but okay. Now we're ready to go ahead and stick this guy in here. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is take off this sticky
adhesive sheet.
Nope. This is the tear and stick tape. Yep.
Sorry.
Take that off. And I'm going to line it up right on top of my, right to the peak, right to the edge, like that. And stick it down. Okay. And you see what I did there? Okay. I'm going to do the other one the same way. Now I forget which one was, I think it was this one was my peak. Yep. Isn't that funny? I cut them both. I was like, now which one is the peak? You know what I can do? I'm going to double check right here. Because I don't want to try to stick it on the wrong way. It is that one. Yes, it's this one. As I drop it again. There we go. It's this one. Okay, so this is the top. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off and stick this on right up to the other one. Right up to there. Is my head in the way? No, because I'm leaning way over. I want to make sure it's not.
It's in the way.
Like that. Okay, so I've got those stuck on there. Now I'm going to take off the front side and go ahead and adhere this to make my little roof completely closed. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so far so good. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off both of these because now I feel like I have to close them at the sort of the same time. Can't do one at a time. All right, so let's fold these under. There's my tear and stick tape. And I'm just going to hold that like that. Close my little birdhouse. No, we are not making this for Card Cafe, just in case you're wondering.
No, we'd be there all day.
This is not a Card Cafe card. All right, I'm going to stick this one on here like that. Perfect. And stick this one on here, just like that. And now I have a roof for my little bird that's going to, birdhouse that's going to stand up in my card. Okay. I know that was a lot. It's definitely easier the more you make, and it's pretty darn cute. So now we're ready to cut this bottom piece off, or not off, but cut it
Apart.
at the fold, cut it apart. Yep. Because this is what's going to stick in here. And then when I close it, it will fold down. You just got to trust me on that till I get it stuck in. All right, let's get some tear and stick tape. And I'm just going to stick that right here on the bottom. On that one and on this one. Oopsie. It's sticky. What are you guys doing today? What's going on? Anybody get their tree up already?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm telling you, Laverne they went and got their tree. So on or some people, maybe it wasn't her, some people on Thanksgiving night.
Wow.
Or Thanksgiving morning. I don't know. All right. So this is I made a mistake on this when I made the first one. So my card is opening this way. So this is going to stand up like this. So this is the front. So I'm going to stick this piece right here, the front piece, on the front. So let's take off that adhesive. Why'd you say that? Oh my gosh.
I can't imagine.
Well, that's because we just put up fall like the day of Thanksgiving. Or day before?
Thanksgiving's sort of busy. So I'm always like, no, I'm not ready to do the tree yet.
All right. So this is going to go right up to the fold, not over the fold, not down from the fold, right up to that fold. And stick it in.
Mary Jo's is up, but she has a ladies' brunch on Monday. She had to get ready
Oh,
for.
so fun. Very fun. And then this one we're going to do the same way. If you can see here, I'm not going, I don't feel like you can see it. Not going over the fold, just right up to the fold, lining it up, matching the other one. There you go. See, like that. Because then when I fold it, it folds. And when I open it, did I do it backwards? No, I did. No. You just have to make sure you decorate the front when you decorate it. That's the thing. All right. So the front, obviously, we're going to do much simpler because all the wow is on the inside. So I just cut a little piece, 2 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to pop those on, and then we'll decorate the front a little bit, put some sentiments. All right, be honest. How many of you think, I could make that? And how many of you are like, you're out of your gourd? Who would make that?
Sandy's putting her tree up this afternoon.
I thought about it because Katie's here, that we could put up the tree. You should see the face he's making right now, friends. The face is telling me you are out of your mind because we are not going to put up our tree. It's kind of a lot, but that's okay. All right, moving on and decorating the front and the inside just a little bit. We are going to use our country.
For you tree people, are you real or artificial?
Oh, good question. Countryside corners. And this one I cut out a espresso and a white, and that's going to be on the front. And the espresso and the white is going to be on the inside as well, like that. Okay. So we are going to decorate the front first, and then we'll stamp something for the inside. So artificial. Okay. We can still be friends.
It just makes it easier is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it does. Are you thinking artificial?
I didn't say that.
Oh,
Did you hear anything from
No,
them?
but no. My parents had one, and I didn't understand why until now. I'm like, oh, I kind of get why you might want a artificial, but I don't want one. Okay, so that's going to go on the front, says hello, friend. And on the inside, since I'm stamping, I'll just stamp both at the same time. It says, hoping you have the best day ever. Like that. Okay. Set that aside. Let's go ahead and put this onto our espresso. And I know you might be thinking, oh, you're going to pop it up. Nope, not going to, because look at this, has a lot in it already. So I'm not going to pop up that. I will pop up some flowers when we get there. All right. So there we go. And this is going to stick like right here. I think that'd be cute. And then we're going to put some little bit of decoration on it to make it, it's a little plain right now. So put this like that. Hello, friend. And then this one is going to go right here. I mean, come on. If you open that, you'd be like, what? Yes, I'm going to have the best day ever. And you could decorate the back of the birdhouse. Personally, I think you can't see it, so I'm not going to decorate the back. All right. There we go. And we'll just pop this inside right here, like that. And then we are going to go ahead and make a couple of flowers. Now, you could stamp, color, die cut your flowers, but I am actually going to just die cut flowers right out of the designer series paper. Oopsie, just don't want to lose these things. So the other thing you could do is you could decorate the bottom here by putting something else. I'm pretty good with the way it is. I think it looks cute. So I'm going to use these flowers and some leaves. I'm just going to cut all of them because then you can mix and match and put together, and then you run it through one time and you've got all this great stuff.
Hey, Laverne.
Hi, Laverne. Okay, Laverne, did you put up your tree? I can't remember. When did you put up your Christmas tree? Or is it up? Pretty sure you said you did. Don't remember. All right, so I'm going to die cut all of these out at the same time because then I get lots of choices and lots of flowers and leaves. What? I'm not even going to tell you what Dave's doing right now. It's okay. It's the last piece, but you have to decorate it because the
I know.
front is boring.
I didn't say you didn't.
Okay. So I'm going to grab some of this paper. Let's see which we want to use. I want to use this peachy color. This one right here. I'll use that for flowers, and I could do blue flowers. I'll do those. And then I think I'm just going to make some leaves out of that. All right. So flowers and leaves. Here we go. Just cut a little piece of this so it fits through here. This. All right. And you can cut two at a time. Ironically, after making them, I was about saving time, really. I'm going to cut two flowers. So I want to cut these like that. There we go.
Both Laverne's trees are up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, pencil tree, and you have two artificial, right? They're both artificial? I believe so. Okay, so I'm putting all my little flowers on there. Oopsie. All my little flowers on there. We'll go ahead and cut those out. All at the same time. I'm going to get 10 flowers. May not use them all, but that's okay. So there's my flowers. We'll just scooch that aside. And then I'm going to cut out leaves out of this. And again, I want to do it double. There's a reason I don't fold it. I don't fold it because then it pops. The paper like keeps popping up and I can't get it to lay flat with the dies. So I prefer to just cut two of the same size and pop all these leaves on here. And of course you could stamp and cut and color. You can do all that if you want to. But I am just going to die cut some leaves. Here we go. All right, all done with that. Now we're going to make a little flower and just decorate our little front. We've got flowers, we've got leaves, and pull my card back in. Let's just put a big flower. This. Here's how I really do it. I'm going to show you. I really just hit them down, and they usually come right out. Or not. Oh, see? One of them did.
There you go.
That's just how I get them out. All right, so there's some flowers. There's some more flowers. Lots of fun flowers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a leaf. A leaf. Where'd this leaf go? Doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to put a flower down here with a leaf using a glue dot. I'm going to stick, there it is, stick the little leaf underneath and then stick on the, oh, there they are. There's two of them. Beep. There we are. All right. Any fun holiday things this weekend? I know sometimes Thanksgiving is when Christmas things come out, and that makes it kind of fun to see. We did go see Bonhoeffer last night, the movie.
Dietrich Bonhoeffer.
Yeah, his life was interesting. I think the movie was okay. What would you say about it, Dave?
Yeah.
I've been chatting a lot, so I want you to chat a bit.
I thought the movie was good. Others by that same studio have been better. Like Cabrini. If you have not seen Cabrini,
oh man,
must see.
That is a good one. Yeah, she's amazing. So I'll stick this up here with some flowers.
And maybe that one was just so good that it sort of skewed me.
Well, I think Bonhoeffer was good. His life was amazing.
Yep.
Just, yeah, it's just a little different than what I anticipated. I'm going to put a little one up here, and I think there's two. All right, we will stick this on right here. Kind of decorate the front a little bit.
Yep.
The last thing we're going to stick on, Dave's like, are you kidding me? Is I'm going to stick on a little gem in the middle.
I have a buyer parked out in front of the house.
Oh, you do?
It's all right. He's early. I told him.
Earth tone. So sorry. That's why you're looking at me like that.
No, he's early. I told him I'd be up as soon as I could.
I don't want that color. Okay, earth tones. You can go. I can end us.
No, it's all good.
All right.
I'm done my commercial.
Now I'm like rushing. Oh, go ahead. I'll finish this and you can do your commercial. So sorry.
So just a couple things we have coming up. As always, go to thestamperstudio.com for everything you hear us talk about. One thing is Card Cafe. Card Cafe is next Saturday, our in-person event here at the Minnetonka Studio. Come, choose 5 designs, make 2 of each, walk away with 10 amazing cards. I will say December, I feel like always has a lot of people. So sign up. We have space for you. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
But fun time will be had for all. And speaking of Christmas, you know, if that person who buys for you is wondering what to get you, they could get you Escape and Create. Have them contact us. We will sign you up for Escape and Create, which is our event happening at the Refuge Little Falls. We will be doing 10 amazing projects over the course of the weekend, stamping and creating like crazy. You also have extra time. You can do your own crafts. But if you have someone who's like, I don't know what to get you, have them contact me. We can get a certificate for Escape and Create and get you all signed up. So 2 things, Card Cafe, Escape and Create. And as always, if you're just dying to order the Birdhouse set, dies, papers, all the things now, go click on Order Stampin' Up! Products. You'll be taken right in there to get it done.
Thanks. Hand me the mouse. I can end us because I have some other things I want to show them. So you can.
That's all good.
Okay. Well, I forgot about that. So we're selling a trailer. Sweet Dave bought a trailer to help put behind the car for my car, because when we go to the refuge, I usually drive up on Fridays and he drives up on Wednesday or Thursday. And so he thought, oh, we could just put your car on the trailer and bring it home, which is a great idea. Except that when we tested it, both of us were like freaking out, like we only went around the block.
It worked fine, but it caused a bit of anxiety.
A lot of anxiety. I was like, there's no way I cannot do this on the road. So, all right. So here is my finished birdhouse. How fun is that? Isn't that a fun card? I love it. I'm going to show you a couple other birdhouse cards. Obviously, this one was very in-depth because it's a pop-up card, so it's going to take a little bit more time. But I'll show you some others that are a little bit simpler. Well, this is not a simpler one. This is a pretty in-depth one. This was made by Michelle Baranick. Yes, sir.
Double click right there.
Okay.
To talk to him at the end.
Okay.
And double click there at the very end. And then.
Okay. I need my instructions. Sorry. Thanks, friends. So this one is fun. It has the basket weave in the back, and there's that little dot for the bird, or for the hole in the middle. Cute. Lots of layers on this one. It's pretty thick. That one's just stamped on there. This one is stuck to the next one. This one is stuck together. There we go. This is definitely well, I guess it has a lot of layers too, but it's a little simpler in that you just die cut the layers and stick them on. I kind of like that inside the little dots, because then you can, I don't know, it looks like, I think of like little straw inside or something. So this one I actually stamped it and then die cut. And that was probably one of the first ones I made before I realized you really don't have to stamp it if you're going to just die cut it out. This is another one that I made. My little piece of my swirly fell off, but this is using exposed brick 3D embossing folder and using our in color paper peach pie. Isn't that kind of fun? I didn't color the bird. Now looking at it, I'm like, man, maybe it would be fun to color. And then this is the last one I have to show you. This one is probably, if we're going to say simple, this is not simple, but it is the simple list, because I just stamped on here and stamped that and then die cut this, die cut that. Of course, adding some flowers. There's nothing really simple about it, but it's simpler, simpler than this one. But I would love for you to come back on Monday, because I'm going to show you a little bit easier card that's still a pop-up using the zinnias. And it doesn't have quite as many pieces, that it's just going to be a little bit easier. But this one is not hard. I'll say the first one was a little bit trickier than this one. But by number 2, I'm good to go. And I'm just going to keep opening that, okay? All right, friends, let's see if I can follow what Dave said to do. There it is, I think. Double click. There it is. I'm like, oh, follow directions. I listen. What? I hope you have a great Saturday. I know this one was a little bit longer, but it's super fun. And I think one thing that's fun is you can actually just watch it and stop it and slow it down. And then you can make this really fun birdhouse, and you can make even more than one if you wanted to. All right, friends, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, whether you're setting up Christmas or just enjoying the day. I look forward to seeing you Monday, where I'm going to make a flower pot with some zinnias, excuse me, excuse me, popping up out of the card. So have a great weekend and happy stamping, friends.